So, welcome back to another episode of the Meesh Perspective podcast. I just want to welcome you all here because perspective makes all the difference. Okay, and the reason I wanted to do this video is because one, it's a remake of the fact that I already did this video. And remember when I told y'all I recorded this whole video and then there was no audio? Yeah, this is the video. So, anyway, um, I have been meaning to come and share a story with you guys about how, there's been many times in my life where I've been reminded that perspective is a game changer. Perspective is what makes the difference in a lot of things. And even in the hardship that I was going through earlier this year, for those of you that know, I did want to give y'all an update, by the way. Everything did work out. For those of you that didn't know what I was facing, it was this. All right. And I worked diligently and I got that issue resolved because I had gotten to a place where my number one fear was living on my own and then something happening and then I not be able to provide for myself or lose my housing. And thankfully, I was able to sustain. I was able to make it through. And for those who did step in and help me in any ways, whether it was advice, pointing me to resources, feeding me, or anything of that nature, like, I do appreciate all of y'all. Like, it really does take a village, and I will continue to tell people that I believe it takes a village, not only in your childhood but also in your adulthood, sometimes even more in your adulthood, just because everybody makes it seem like this independence, this hyper independence, is something to be proud of. But I honestly don't feel that way. And I, for one, would rather have a community that I could lean in or lean on when times get rough. But that's not what this video is technically about. I just need to give y'all that little caveat update because I forgot I did not update y'all. Tell me you have ADHD without telling me you got ADHD. Anyway, so I was looking for my mouse pad and the little wrist protector that I had at my home desk, and I was going to take it to my other desk. And for some reason, I could find the mouse pad, but I could not find the little wrist protector. So, I'm currently sitting at this desk, and I'm talking about, my little squeaky chair, which they must have these prepackaged to come pre-squeak, because this thing has squeaked since I took it out the box. Emerson, explain. Anyway, so I'm sitting at the desk and I cannot find this piece, and I'm like, this is really blowing me because I know I didn't throw it away. I didn't give it away. I don't know where this thing is. So I'm sitting over there in my recliner. I'm not going to show you, but it's over there. And as I'm sitting in the recliner one night and I'm just chilling and I'm leaning back, I look down and I see the wrist protector on the floor, right? It was on the floor right here. And so I was irritated because I was like, I have been looking for this thing to and during fro, and it's been right beside me the whole time. And then it hit me. I didn't find what I was looking for until I changed my perspective. I'm going to say it again for those of y'all that missed it. I did not find what I was looking for until my perspective changed. I had to get a different point of view in order to find what I was looking for. Something that I had been seeking for days. Couldn't find it. But the moment that I allowed myself to change my perspective, it was right there. It was right there in front of me the whole time. Sometimes we are too close to something to really see it for what it is, and we need to take a step back. We need to change our perspective in order to see what it is that we are trying to see. Okay, sorry about that. The video cut out because, let's just keep it a bean, my iPhone is like 5 years old and the storage is about to bite the dust, even with me paying for iCloud storage. Like y'all system updates cost they take up way too much space. I don't know who told y'all that one update needed to take up 8 GB of space, but somebody need to stop that. Okay? If y'all keep seeing me look to the left, it's because I'm using something reflective to let me know when my phone decides it wants to stop recording, because this is just what I gotta do while I gotta do it. Storage is lacking, and YouTube be wanting long content. Babes, I don't have the storage for long content, so I'm doing what I can by patching these little piece of videos together so I can make something out of nothing. Okay? Anywho, back to what I was saying. Sometimes we're too close to something to actually see what it is that we need to be seeing, so we need to change our perspective. You need to take a step back so that you can maybe see some more detail that you couldn't see when you was right up on it. You know what I'm saying? And no, I'm not talking about finding this armrest no more. Okay? If you really understand the message in which I'm trying to portray here, sometimes it takes a change of perspective to get to where you're going, to see something in another way in which you could not see it. I could not understand for the life of me why I had to go through what I was going through earlier this year, but it really, I don't even know what word I want to use. Like, it really kind of whipped me into shape or whatever, or it pruned me so that the growth that was coming, I would have space for it. You know what I'm saying? It gutted all of the old so that I could make space for the new. There are just some things that are fundamental when it comes to law of the universe, and I believe in those things. I do. I definitely believe all the good that you put into the world will come back to you at some point. Even when those around you are trying their very best to hinder you and to stop you from where you're going, you cannot stop divine appointment. You cannot stop divine assignment. And there's a song, and I don't know if I shared it with y'all. I probably have. But if I have not, I'm going to tell y'all what it is again. Okay? It's called Three Bodies. I think her name is Kenya. Hold on. I have to look it up. But yeah, while I'm looking this up, I just want y'all to understand, like, a lot of things in this life aren't going to make sense. And sometimes getting that perspective change is what's going to help you make it through. And you might not always get that perspective change from yourself. You might can get it from people around you. If you have anybody that you look up to spiritually, you pray, meditate, all of those things I feel like can bring you to a place of peace, but also a place of clarity when it's necessary. And so I just want y'all to know, like, even in this life, things do not look, when they don't look how we want them to look, or things aren't going the way we want them to go, there are a lot of things that can actually be in play in the background that can be working in your favor despite what it may look like. The girl's name for this song is, drumroll please. Why is this thing acting like I don't be listening to this song? Point is, the song says it's Three Bodies by Kenya Dixon, or my bad, Kennedy Ryan, help. It's by Kennedy Ryan. And there's a line in the song that says, "Trying to take me out won't get you farther. You're part of my plan, not my author." All right. And there's a few y'all in particular, but one for sure earlier this year that really thought she was gonna derail everything I had going on. Baby, you don't even know. All you did was make room for what God really had coming for me. And I can't thank you enough. Can't thank you enough. Honestly, looking back on it, that's another perspective shift I had to have in order to see what was coming my way. Because if I hadn't have gotten those things out of my way, if I had have kept clenching and holding on to the little bit of what I had, I couldn't have been blessed with the abundance in which I am walking into. So I just wanted to come and share that information with y'all. It wasn't even nothing like super grand, but I just felt like that was really something. Like, that was really something somebody needed to hear, even if it was somebody other than just me. You know what I'm saying? Hey, if you enjoyed the video today, I would like to encourage you to like, comment, subscribe, share the video as well, so we can get this out to other people who are looking for the answers to their questions. I hope that you guys are all having a great day, night, evening, whatever time it is where you are, and I will see you on another episode of the Meesh Perspective podcast.